All right, folks, here I go again. I am going to, this is a video that I played back then exposing Gino Jennings. I'm going to bring it up again now. I'm going to bring it up again now because it's obvious the man is still preaching the same lie over and over. He recently preached it again. So I got to show you folks that the man doesn't know what he's talking about. The eyes of his understanding is not open. He's not an apostle. He never was. He's just somebody that rose up, that listened to Bishop Johnson's tape and try to, just imitate Bishop Johnson. That's it. That's all he is. He's trying to imitate Bishop Johnson and try to come in to the apostleship like a thief. He's trying to come in like a thief, but God never called him to be an apostle. And, apostle cannot be taught. So if I'm teaching this fella that what he's about to preach is wrong, then how can he be an apostle? I'm just a layman. That's all. And a layman teaching an apostle? Come on, get out of here. You know that's not true. So that goes to show you that he's not an apostle. He got y'all fooled. He got y'all duped. He got y'all hoodwinked. But he can't hoodwink the church. Not when you know truth. But I want y'all to listen to how he's tried to open up fornication and adultery. See, he's going to say, if you don't know the difference between fornication and adultery, you need to get out the pulpit. Well, Gino Jennings, you need to get out the pulpit because you don't know. You keep preaching the same lie over and over again. So what he preached, folks, is that if a fornicator, one that's single, that never was married, but goes out and fornicate with other single people, that's fornication. I agree. But he said when a fornicator marry one that is put away from their spouse or divorced and their spouse is still living, he said if that fornicator married that person that is divorced or put away, he said they living in two conditions. Folks, that's a lie. He said the single person, which is the fornicator, is still a fornicator, and the one that's put away is living in adultery. No, they're both living in adultery. He's going to read the scripture. William is going to read the scripture for him, and it's going to prove that the eyes of his understanding is not open. So he don't know what he's talking about. I'm going to let y'all hear it for yourself so you won't say I'm lying on the man. All right? Let's go.
Let me demonstrate this. Sierra, come here. She must knew I was going to call her. She putting her shoes on. Come here. Now, she's not married. I'm just making an example. Do you understand? Black, come here. This is my second oldest daughter. And don't you think Revelation is in here, see? Now, read that again.
Whosoever shall put away his wife.
Whosoever shall put away his wife.
Except it be for fornication.
All right, not married. So if she...
All right. Now, folks, what he's doing is he's bringing up two people that are single, not married. Now, that scripture says, whosoever put away his wife, and they say, except it be for fornication. Only the single people can commit fornication and adultery. I'm going to say it again. A single person can commit fornication and adultery. A married person only commits adultery. All right. But a single person that never was married, they can commit fornication and adultery. How can they commit both acts? All right. If they're never married and they mess around with somebody that's never married, they're committing fornication. But if they're mess around with somebody that is married or divorced, then they're going to be automatically committing adultery. But this is not the way Gino Jennings is going to preach this. All right. So now he's talking about two people. So when that scripture said, except it be for fornication, it's talking about those that are engaged. They're not married yet. So yes, if one that's not married go out and have sex and be with somebody else besides their engaged spouse, then they're going to be committing fornication. You can put that one away, but then it's going to switch over to the married couple. All right, listen. And watch Gino Jennings make shipwreck of the scripture.
something, he can put her away.
Put away. That's right.
Now what's the next clause?
And shall
Hold it. Go ahead.
and shall marry another committeth adultery.
Read the whole thing right.
And I say unto you,
I say unto you,
whosoever shall put away his wife,
whosoever shall put away his wife,
except it be for fornication.
single folk commit fornication. Single. Are we clear? Because when preachers don't know what fornication is, they shouldn't be in the pulpit.
That's right.
Now, you heard him, folks. He said if preachers don't know what fornication is, they shouldn't be in the pulpit. Well, he shouldn't be in the pulpit because he's definitely, he's saying he know what fornication is, but when it comes to a fornicator or marrying one that's divorced, he said they're living in two conditions. That's false. That's false. And you notice he never said that a fornicator can also commit adultery because he don't know that. So he don't know that. That's why he don't have this scripture right. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and listen. So y'all won't say I'm lying on the man. The man just don't know how to open the scripture up. It wasn't revealed to him. All right.
There's a difference between fornication and adultery.
That's true.
You ought to know. You wasn't always married.
Exactly.
Am I right?
You're right on that.
Now the fornicator one is put away.
Put away.
What's the next thing?
And shall marry another committeth adultery.
Now, if the fornicator one that's put away,
That's right.
and somebody
Wait a minute. Now, this is where he messed up. When Williams read that scripture, it says, whosoever put away his wife except it be for fornication. All right. That was talking about the single, engaged. So if I'm engaged and my wife goes out there and mess with somebody else, she's committing fornication, I can put her away. Now it's switched. Now it's switched to that married couple. It switched to the married one. Now it says, and whosoever marry her. Now, then it says, commit adultery. Now that's talking about the married folks. Now, if a married man go out and put away his wife and go and mess with somebody else, he's committing adultery. Now he put away his wife. Now he's going out to mess with somebody else or marries her. He's committing adultery. And the scripture going to say, and whosoever marry her that is put away from her husband committeth adultery. See, what is it saying is, like, I'm married. Now, if I decide to divorce my wife and put her away, if I go out and get somebody else, I'm committing adultery, and the person that I get is committing adultery. All right? And whosoever marry my wife that I put away is committing adultery. But Gino Jennings is going to say they're committing fornication. That's where my problem is with him on this scripture right here. And Williams is reading it right out of the scripture. Luke16:18 just kills it, you know? But let's finish.
come along and marry that one who is married,
Right.
they are committing adultery.
Adultery.
If I'm married
Listen up, folks.
and married his girlfriend that he fornicated with,
Right.
if I'm married, I commit adultery because I'm the one married.
Right.
Read on.
And I say unto you,
And I said,
whosoever shall put away his wife,
Yes.
except it be for fornication,
Come on, son.
and shall marry another committeth adultery.
all right,
And whoso marrieth her,
whoso marry her
which is put away,
that is put away.
doeth commit adultery.
So if he put away his girlfriend, for me to commit adultery, I got to be married.
Right.
So when I marry her, we are living in two conditions.
All right, folks, you heard that. He said if he marry her that is put away from her boyfriend or engaged spouse, he said if he marry her, they living in two conditions. Folks, that's a two-condition lie. That's a two-condition lie. And he's been preaching this for a long time, and he's still preaching it right today. That's why I'm letting y'all know this is not true. This is not true. Nowhere in that Bible is going to tell you that if a single person married one that's divorced or put away, they living in two conditions. Luke16:18 say you're living in one condition. And that one condition is adultery, plain and simple. But he don't know that. Why? Because the eyes of his understanding is not open. All right, let's continue on.
Being that I got the living wife and she had never been married, she's still living in fornication and I'm still the adulterer. Right. That's it. That's it. All right, listen.
All right, folks. Yes.
Whosoever married her
And whoso marries
put
her,
away.
which is put away,
That's put away.
doeth commit adultery.
And what the Apostle Paul.
Folks, didn't y'all just hear what it just said? It says, whosoever marry her, that is put away, that is divorced from her husband, commit adultery. It didn't say fornication. But that's what he teaches. He teaches that if a single person or a fornicator marry one that is put away, they living in two conditions. The fornicator is still a fornicator, and the one that's put away is committing adultery. No, according to Luke, and according to the scripture that he just read, it says whosoever. Well, what if it's a single person? He falls under the whosoever. What if that person is a fornicator? They falls under the whosoever. Everybody falls under the whosoever if they marry that one that has been put away. You are the whosoever. And the Bible says you commit adultery, not fornication. So Gino Jennings still preaching the same lie. So I want all of you so-called Gino Jennings followers to come and try to justify this. Is this right or is this wrong? Is this an error? I mean, wait a minute. He tried to condemn Bishop Johnson, trying to say he erred when he didn't. But won't y'all talk about this? Let's talk about this right here. Let's talk about this. Tony Harvin, make sure you post this. All right? So this is All True 64 signing off. Peace.